Okay. Door. Bên này rồi. That's right. Got it. In Duba.
Gumshoe number 3, tell me what happened.
Okay, so the person committing the crime was a lazy lifeguard. Okay, and it happened at a bar with drinks that are on fire. And the murder weapon was a lantern.
Let's see how you did, Gumshoe number 2.
It was a swimmer or a diver, and the place was a Starbucks, and the weapon was an old-timey lantern.
And how about Gumshoe number 1?
Okay, the suspect, the person who died or whatever, was a scuba diver or some kind of snorkeler, and I think it took place at a hybrid bank / like milk farm.
Oh, one of those.
Someone robbed. Oh wait, someone robbed a dairy bank. Okay, so and the weapon was a candlestick.
And let's Interesting. Well, I will say gumshoe number 1, you did get 2 right. It was a scuba diver who was killed in 7-Eleven with a candle.
Okay, so the next game we're about to play is Moving People. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Our 2 characters are David and Paige, and they cannot move at all. They're human statues. The only way that they can move is if somebody moves them into that position like so. So we need 2 volunteers who can come up and do the moving, assist them with their movements. 2, okay, 1 in the back, come on up. Who's the next person? 1 more person? All right, come on up, please. All right. So,
Round of applause.
So, you know, I just showed you how you can move their arm and their head, but if you want to make the person walk, you just kind of tap them on the back of the knee, put each foot forward, and then if you want to go backward, tap on the front of the knee, just, you know, there's something you can use. So what we'll start off doing is, go ahead, configure them in a position that you want them to be in to start the scene. Perfect. Okay, so we need a suggestion to start the scene. We need a suggestion for a place that's not very safe.
Emergency room.
Emergency room. Okay, the scene is emergency room.
Nurse, would you hand me that scalpel? Right over there on the tray.
Which scalpel are you asking for?
That one, right there. Put it in my hand.
There you go.
Ow!
I thought we were operating on you.
No.
This was supposed to be a test set.
Oh! I just stabbed myself in the leg because I was in so much pain.
Doctor, are you okay? Doctor!
I may need a second doctor to come in and help me.
Oh my God! I can't believe that you're bleeding. Your leg is bleeding. There's nothing that we can do about it.
It still works fine though. Let me head over to get some bandages over in the cupboard.
They're over there. So there.
I'm headed over.
Oh, actually, I forgot that they're on the other side of the.
The bandage cupboard. It's over here.
Doctor, they're in this general area.
Let me open the bandage cupboards. Down here.
I'm coming for you, Doctor. Doctor! Watch out! Oh no! It seems weird, guys.
And scene.
All right, we're going to play genre now. Got some genres of, different movie, TV, all that stuff from you guys earlier. This game is for Pete and Paige. They're going to do a normal scene, and during the scene I'm going to stop them and then interject some of these genres that are on the paper, and then they're going to have to continue the scene in that style. So what I'm going to need from the audience for a suggestion is a place where you wouldn't want to wait for that long.
Yeah.
Airport. Scene is at the airport. Genre.
I'm ready to go on my first flight, Dad.
All right, Denzel Washington's the pilot on this flight.
Did he get drug tested?
Drug test, smug test. Come on, he's one of the best pilots in the world.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
We got a high seas adventure.
Now, someone told me that the plane turns into a ship.
Yes. Awesome, yes. It's flight and a carnival cruise all wrapped into one. It's awesome.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Oh, wait, I forgot something.
What'd you forget, Dad?
My luggage.
Let's switch it up to a telenovela.
Oh, padre. Padre mío. Ay, Dios mío, I don't know what to do.
¿Por qué? Mi amigo.
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué?
El tío. El tío.
I don't like the turbulence.
We'll go to 80s sitcom now. 80s sitcom.
Did I do that?
Dad, yeah, you did that.
Oh.
So how are you gonna get on the plane, Dad?
We can always hide in the luggage rack.
Okay, let's try it.
Okay, you get in first.
Oh no.
What?
There's
Snakes on the plane!
a cigarette in here.
A cigarette.
Who was smoking a cigarette? That's bad.
That is bad. Maybe we should do some investigation.
Let's do some investigation, but maybe it was Mom and she told me that she was gonna quit.
Quit.
We'll finally end on Fox News.
News today. Bill O'Reilly has an opinion.
People, the FAA is no longer needed. Why do we need regulations for airplanes? Airplanes know how to fly. Pilots know how to fly. The FAA is strictly an overabundance of big nanny state government control.
Dad, you're the best ever.
Thank you. That was enjoyable. The next thing we're playing is Objections. This game is for David, Allison, and Nick. What I first want to start with is please give me a non-controversial topic.
Flowers.
Flowers. What? We need flowers. Okay, that sounds very safe. So, flowers will work. We have these three fine people up here debating their extremely, very valid position on flowers. However, there's only a minute of floor time for them to all discuss. So at some point during their long-winded speeches, some of the other presenters might object to what they said. I'll have to hear what they say and decide whether or not, yes, that is a valid point. You may have the floor. But again, they only have a minute of floor time. So please, before we actually get started, please tell me from left to right, you first, sir, your position on flowers.
My position is very simple. We need to eradicate all flowers because now magicians and clowns run around with these flowers that squirt water, and that's irritating. So we should invest billions and billions of dollars in getting rid of all flowers from the face of the earth.
Okay, removing flowers, yes. Okay.
Yes, well, I think that we need to have flowers everywhere, all over everything, and coating all of the ceilings so that the fairies have somewhere to live.
Of course, can't forget the fairies, okay? And you, sir?
Hello, my name's Buck. I think we need to figure out a way to get rid of all these flowers so we can use them to power our GMC trucks and shotguns.
That was the most poignant argument I've ever heard. Buck, please, you're starting the floor tonight. Please, continue.
All right, there's too many flowers around here. Gas prices are high up the wazoo, all right? We need to figure out a way to circumvent the high prices. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all the flowers, we're going to put them in a big warehouse, preferably where there's tractor pools also.
Objection!
Yes, you, sir.
Objection. No. You're right in spirit, we need to get rid of the flowers, but your techniques are terrible. We all know that if we put the flowers into the car as fuel, then the cars will squirt water in your eyes. Nobody wants that.
Objection.
Oh, double objection. Whoa! Yes.
There is no evidence that the water would squirt into anyone's eyes.
That's true.
Evidence for this whatsoever.
That's true, girl going through puberty. At the floor, yes, please continue.
But we must have the water everywhere. Not the water, well, the water so that the flowers can grow in the water, but then the fairies have to have somewhere to live. And as you know, they go through and they live under the petals. And if we were to get rid of them either by converting them into fuel or whatever you were suggesting, which was
Objection!
Yes, 15 seconds, by the way.
I think that we need to get rid of these fairies because they are magical creatures and they contribute to the squirting of water in your eyes.
They are not magical, they are real.
I object. Oh! Fairies are real. We need to ship them off to San Francisco where they belong.
All right, hey, sorry, 10 seconds.
All right. Ship them off there. Then we got all the flowers. We can do what we want with them. We take them, as I said, we put them in the warehouse. We send them aflame.
Objection!
Oh, yes.
You're just being stupid.
Wow, that was
Just
stupid.
absolutely
That's
stupid.
true, yes, okay.
Absolutely stupid. Just
Continue.
that's all you want. We need to have them them because if we were to get rid of them, things might fall apart.
And that's the closing argument. They might fall apart. Thank you very much, Officer Kitty. Thank you.
All right, the next thing we have is gibberish translation, and we have Allison, Jeremy, Pete, and Nick. We have Pete and Nick. They're gonna do a scene about 30 to 45 seconds, only speaking the language no one knows. It's called gibberish. And then after that, Allison and Jeremy will reenact the scene using the language we all know and love, American English. So, go ahead. No, not yet. They get one.
Olympics.
More. Something more boring.
Curling. National debate. Dog show. National.
Here you go, dog show. Dog show.
Oh, my delicate miniature chihuahua.
You know what? I think he'll look better up here.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I've dropped him.
No. Yes, he's fine. He's fine right now. He'll be completely fine. Oh, his foot! He's beautiful! Winning foot!
I was just trying to,
No.
that poop that was there.
Yeah, gotta get that poop out. Oh, it was dead, now it's alive. Yes. Oh, I know it's alive when I lick it and it tastes alive. It might still be dead.
Little guy.
Is it? Okay, like, to the dog show!
Oh, he's doing pretty well.
Yes, he is. To the bar? Yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
To
Buster?
To Buster. That's me! Everyone, that's the end of the first part. So intermission. I'm thinking probably 10 minutes. Let's see.